Hello, good evening. It's Lisa, the Smiley coach here. The Smiley coach who helps children feel gorgeous from the inside out. Come online tonight to say hi and see how you all are, but also to tell you some stories from my coaching room that I hope you'll find inspiring. I wish you could be a fly on the wall in my coach room sometimes. Kids come out with some brilliant stuff. They're very funny and very smart, very smart. So how are you all doing? Have you had a good day today? A good day? What have you been up to? Hi Carly. I bet you're sick of the sight of me, aren't you? I've been out, I went out for a walk today. I'm trying to get some fresh air and get away from my desk because I'm working really hard at the moment. So I went for a swish in the leaves. I get why kids like it so much. It's good fun. Ah, thanks Carly, that's very sweet of you. Have you had a good day? Hope you've had a good day. I've been coaching this evening. I don't normally coach on a Thursday actually, but I'm so busy that I've been coaching today. Some older children today. So somebody mentioned on here the other day that they think that I only work with younger children. I start coaching children from age 7, and the reason I do that is because your self-esteem is formed around the age of 8. So I believe up until that age, sort of 7, 8, that your parents and other key influences in your life can have more of an effect than I can. And so I try and help mums with that in my chatty club. But I coach right up to, I sometimes coach mums one-to-one. But today I had a 17-year-old and a 13 or 14-year-old. So yes, I do coach older children. It's nice. It's nice for me to mix it up a bit and have different clients. Oh, that's good. That's really good, Carly. Nighttime routine went well, and the morning colouring. Brilliant. Yay, that's what we like to hear. Happy families. So we'll just wait and see if anyone else joins us. It's a bit of a funny time. It's 5 to 8. People are probably still doing bedtime, aren't they? I was going to come on a bit later, but I'm flagging again, and I just like to put my pyjamas on and watch Ant and Dec, so I can log off for the evening. But today I wanted to share with you some stories from the coaching room that I think you'll find quite inspiring. And I also want to talk to you about how I use these in my work, because I get frustrated that I can't convey the magic of these online. Like, I've done videos and I talk about them, and I do my reading on a Saturday, and you just don't feel the magic. And if you could be a fly on the wall and see how the kids respond to them, and if you could hold the cards in your hand and you could have a go, you would just go, wow, they're really amazing. So it's really difficult to convey that online and in my marketing, because even though the cards are a tangible product, the effect of them is not tangible. It is magic. I'm not talking like Paul Daniels, that's magic. It is just, some people would say it was a coincidence, but I've found that too many coincidences with the cards have shown up in my work. So for me, that's magical. So I don't call it a coincidence. My friend's husband last Christmas, so the cards came out in September time last year, and I went to my friend's house for sort of like a New Year's Eve cheese thing, and he is very left brain, and he kind of humours my unicorns and rainbows and sparkles. He bought me a unicorn. They bought me a unicorn, fluffy unicorn, for Christmas, so he's very good like that. And so I made him do the cards, and he pulled the same card 3 times in a row, and he was like, oh, you're a witch. I was like, thanks. I've been called some things in my time, but not a witch. A white witch. A witch that does, the good witch from Wicked. What is it? Glenda the good witch from Wicked. So yeah. But this week, I've been using the cards in the way that I teach the children to use the cards. So sometimes when I'm struggling with a client, now that may sound odd to you, and I shouldn't struggle with a client, and what my supervisor would say to me is let the client sit in their stuff long enough so they can struggle with it and they can find their way through. And that's a really good note if you're a parent, actually, because we are all born, we're all hardwired to struggle, and actually the more we struggle and we come through our struggles, the more emotionally resilient we are. But sometimes I get in a situation with a client and I'm normally really quite bang on the money, like I can see what they need help with and I can kind of guide them and pick the right exercises and just be led by them. With this particular client, I was just really struggling and I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And I thought, right, well, what would my supervisor say? She would say, trust, which is a message to all parents, as hard as it is. When you see your kids struggling with something, just, you have to trust in their innate ability to work it out for themselves and give them the space to do that. You can hold their hand and love them through it, but trusting them is a really, really hard thing to do as a parent, I can imagine, because I struggle with it as a coach, so I totally understand. So I thought, oh, trust. Well, I'm going to ask the cards. So I got my cards out and I was shuffling them and I was saying to the cards, what does this little boy need? And as I was shuffling the cards, this little fella popped into my head. The duck. I'm going to tell you quite a few stories about the duck, because the duck is just like the card that keeps popping up everywhere. And it just popped into my head for a nanosecond. I shuffled the cards, found them all out, picked one. I picked this card. Like, what are the chances of that happening? And I thought, yeah, this little boy needs to be seen. Okay. So I went to the session thinking, right, I have that in my mind. Like, I've got to see him and hear him and let him know that I see him as he is and not how, you know, because we all wear labels, don't we? People see us a certain way at work or at school. And sometimes it's really hard to shed those labels. So I was trying to see him as he was. And it just wasn't shifting in the session. And I think I was trying too hard. And that's the other thing as a parent. What you resist persists. So if you keep on and keep on and keep on, your child will it just doesn't move energetically. So, and then he started getting off the sofa and he couldn't sit still and he was moving around. And then I thought, right, stay calm, because, you know, your energy is really, really not helping. So to give myself some breathing space, I turned around on my beanbag, got a bottle of water, and then I turned back round and he's standing there. And in my room, I've got 4 Smiley Thought cards blown up to canvas size that are quite big. He's standing there with the duck like this, canvas size. And he went, because, this is what all children need to know, isn't it, Smiley? I was like, yeah, that's right. So that's an example of how amazing the cards are. I literally had goosebumps all over me because I was thinking, the cards are saying to me, you're right, he does need to be seen. And so then we had a conversation around how important we felt. And when you talk to kids about feeling important, we kind of bring them up to not boast and gloat and be big-headed, don't we? And actually this card is not about that. This is an encouragement card, and this is about, so on the back it says, quietly from deep inside, know that you matter, be your own cheerleader, whoop, whoop, go you. And this is what I want kids to know. I said, there's a big difference between boasting and being in people's faces without how amazing you are, and knowing quietly from deep in here that actually you're a really good person and you know that everything you do is with good intentions and you do your best every day. And that's kind of what this card means. So this card has just shown up in my coaching in so many ways. Back in September, when I first launched the cards, I wanted to get them ready because I went to the Hay House Writers Conference in New York. So I don't know if any of you have heard of Hay House, but Hay House is just like where I started out my coaching journey. Louise Hay is just like the guru of affirmations, so affirming positive phrases to yourself. She believed that every disease that we had in our body, dis-ease, was created by the thoughts we were thinking and the emotions that we were carrying in our body. And in her book, there is a correlation to each part of the body or each illness and what the emotions that you're holding on to that relate to that. So some obvious ones would be if you had an earache, it's like, what are you not hearing? If you had a sty in your eye, what are you not seeing? So whenever you get a sore throat, so sometimes I get a sore throat, and that's not because I talk a lot. It's because there's something I want to get off my chest, something I need to say. So This book is amazing, and Louise Hay just set me on my journey. And then there's some other amazing Hay House authors like Wayne Dyer, who unfortunately is no longer with us. Doreen Virtue, she's like the queen of the angels. Love her. She's crazy bonkers, but lovely. So I went to this writer's workshop because I had a book that I wanted to write, which is still sadly sitting on my laptop, and I've done nothing with it because I didn't win the competition. But I went and had an amazing weekend in New York shopping and having 2 days at this writers' conference. And at the end of it, the people I was sitting with were like, you have to take those cards to Reed Tracy. Reed Tracy is like the CEO of Hay House. And I was like, oh, you know, I've just got them printed and I'm just being terribly British and all sort of like shy and pathetic. And this girl was like, come on, I'm taking you. And she dragged me by the hands and I went over to him. Anyway, I started talking to him and he said, oh, let me pick one then. So I got him I shuffled the cards and I let him pick one. And he picked the duck. So he took the duck off me and he said he was going to use it as a bookmark. And now I have a box of cards in my office, which is duckless. Be careful how you say that. So I have, but that's really special because I think, oh, that duck is sitting in Reed Tracy's office in Hay House. Like, oh, imagine having a book published by Hay House. How amazing that would be. So that's another way that the duck's shown up. And then I often talk about the duck in connection sessions. So when there's a session you can have with me that you a child and a parent come, and it's 85 quid, and you come for 50 minutes and you get a box of cards thrown in, and then you get a comprehensive email with useful resources and follow up to the session. It's brilliant. Parents discover things about their children they didn't know. Can't tell you the amount of parents who've said to me, I didn't know they thought that, or I didn't think they were going to tell you that. I thought they were going to tell you about such and such. And that's sometimes why it's not important for me to know the parent's story when they call up, because the child will always tell me how that's manifesting in their life. So while the parent's thinking they need to see because their grandma's died, I don't talk about the grandma dying, but the child will let me know in a session, I just want to be in my room and read. So the child is saying, I just need space and alone time to be myself. You know, we move on to the grandma later, but it does always come through without the parent having to tell me. And again, that's another trust thing, isn't it? We have to trust the children will come to the sessions and say what they need to say. And actually, in the 6 years I've been doing this, I do know that what goes on in the coaching room in that 15 minutes, it all happens perfectly down to timing. You know, it's just amazing. And the more you trust it, the better it gets. So in the connection sessions, I will be talking about what your child's love language is and getting them to talk to each other and getting them to reconnect and learn how to communicate. And then we get the cards out and I explain to them and I say, you know, there's suns for encouragement, stars for confidence, hearts for love, rainbows for positivity, and there's 40 cards and you blow on them and you shuffle them. Or did you see me do the slide last night? Check back in the video roll and watch last night's live stream and you'll see me do the slide. The slide is awesome. It is awesome. And we start doing the cards and I say, the cards are really magical, but you have to experience them to know they're magic. And then I start telling the story of the duck. So the story of the duck is, one morning, and this is a true story, I was boiling the kettle and I made my cup of tea and I did the cards and I pulled the duck and I thought today's going to be a good day because this is like my favourite card. And I thought, yay! Lunchtime, I rocked up at my coaching room, did a session with a child, took out a new box of cards, put them on the table. We shuffled them good, man. We shuffled them so good, like we got them on the floor and we were doing this with them. Oh, someone's done the slide tonight. Yay, glad you like the slide. So we were doing this and we're shuffling them and blowing on them and da-da-da, and we found them out and picked the duck. And I was like, okay, that's twice in a day. Went back for an after school session and new box of cards, same thing, da-da-da-da, picked the blooming duck. Went back for an evening session, same thing, got the duck 4 times in one day. I was like, this is like the most epic day ever. So I tell that story to children. So I told it Saturday just gone at a connection session and they picked the duck. And like people go, no, that must be a fluke, do it again. It's not, because every single card you pick has the right message. So today I talked to a girl who is struggling. She's at a crossroads and she's wanting to decide, you know, if she's going to uni or where she's going, and she feels influenced by the people she doesn't really know what she wants to do, she picked My Dreams Are Coming True. And on the back of My Dreams Are Coming True, I wonder if I can find it, it says, you know, they're your dreams, do what you think is right, not what everyone else thinks is right. And she was just gobsmacked. It's just amazing. So I know I can keep going on about the magic of them, but they truly are magical. And my dream is for every house to have a box of cards, because they make a massive difference. And I think they're really good for worriers and anxious kids, because worriers and anxious kids have what we call butterfly brains that are just constantly busy. And children often say, oh, I wish I had a switch so I could turn my brain off. And this is a good way to get their brain thinking good thoughts. But I also think they're really good for doubting Thomases. That's me. So whenever I'm not sure about anything, I'm like, ask the cards, ask the cards. And then all the cards do is reflect back to you what you're thinking anyway. And you don't always have to read the words on the cards. Sometimes you just see an image, and they're beautiful images. So Kerry Harrison at Kerry J Photography took all of these lovely photos. And Lynn from Monster Moo Studios did all the illustrations. Oh, look, there it is. Ah, see, look, My Dreams Are Coming True. I literally just took some cards off the top and pulled that one out. Oh. I didn't plan that, honestly. That's amazing. So, yeah, My Dreams Are Coming True. Grab life with both hands and soak up all the good stuff, no matter what other people think or say. That is pretty amazing. So for a doubting Thomas, they're really good. And then they're really good for self-awareness, because there's lots of self-esteem building stuff in there, like recognising what you're good at, remembering that there's different ways to be smart. And then there's stuff on social skills, picking the right friends, knowing that friendship is a choice, looking at what you value in a friend. And then there's confidence builders. But they work like anything new when you're learning. It's just through repetition. And Louise Hay from Hay House says that we just affirm to ourselves in the mirror over and over again, and we're literally training our brain to rewiring our brain to think more positively. That's amazing. Justina, I must get some for my son. My daughter refuses to share as they are special to her. Yes, Justina, I get that. That happens a lot with siblings, and you should really have your own box, because you put your energy on the cards, which is what I get the children to do. So they've got your energy on them, and I kind of get it that you don't want to share. I don't share my food. I don't share my food with anyone. Carly says, Freddie gets told off at school and he doesn't have an off switch. I feel for Freddie, Carly, because I don't have an off switch. That's why I'm still online at 8:10 at night. Oh, they're really good for kids that are scared of the dark. I was always really scared of the dark. So they talk about not being alone and, you know, like being your own best friend, that you're never alone. Often we draw a guardian angel or a wise owl or some sort of character that is with the child all the time. So it's your higher self that's with you all the time. Your higher self is all knowing. Oh, you don't have an off switch either, Carly. No, I get it. It's terrible. It can be quite chronic at times and really exhausting. Really exhausting. Who else is it good for? Well, it's good for people in other countries, because, you know, I've sold 320 boxes in the UK, but I've also sold them in Poland, Australia and America. I had a lady contact me from America and said, your cards are amazing, where can I buy them from? And paid some ridiculous amount of postage to have them. I went to Australia earlier this year to stay with an old school friend, and she does an art club and they use them in the art club, and I took about 15 boxes with me and sold them out there. So they are international, they are global cards. I love the duck. I love the duck. The duck is good. The duck is good. And I made them because when I was suffering with anxiety and I was quite poorly and I was having real trouble thinking positive thoughts, and I used Doreen Virtue's angel cards, and then I found angel cards for children. I started to use them in my work, and some parents didn't obviously like that, and I understand, because some people think angels have religious connotations. I don't. I just think it's a belief, you know, it's just something that you believe in. I think it's pretty harmless. I believe in fairies and all sorts of things like that. And I used to do my angels cards every day, and they would like get my brain in a really good space. And I had these angel cards for the kids, and I could see that the kids loved them. but the parents didn't like them, and so I thought, right, I'm making my own. And I've yet to see a child pick up a box of these and not get excited about them. And I know some people think, oh, they're just a box of cards with like words and photos on. There's so much more than that. They are magical cards. Magical. Hi, Katie. Thanks for coming. There's 7 people online. Woohoo, we're having a party online. I love it. It's the most people I've ever had online on a live stream. Welcome. Welcome. So, does anyone want me to do a card reading for them live online? If you do, type yes below and I'll pick your card and I'll get you a special message. Would you like that? Would somebody like a special message? I think they might be a great stocking filler too, Vicky King. Wink, wink. Loving your thinking. Carly, I'm going to pick one for you, my lovely. So I need you to blow on the cards, right? Just bear with me. I'm not crazy woman. Blow on the cards. Lovely. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to pick a card for Carly. What is it going to be? Let's make it a good one for her, because she's had quite a busy week, haven't you, Carly? Oh, it's a love one, Carly. You need some love. It says, I make a difference to the world. You do. And do you know what it says on the back? It says, sprinkle your awesomeness around like confetti. It will inspire others to do the same. And I've really noticed having you in the club, like you're a big presence in the club and you're really vocal and you get everyone chatting. And I love that about you. So you do have awesomeness and you do sprinkle it around and you are inspiring other people. So thank you for that. Hope you like that one. Okay, I've got loads of readings to do now. Oh God, Vicky, right, Vicky and Julia and Justina. Hang on. So, Vicky, you're next. Vicky, can you blow on my cards, please? Yay! I'm picturing you in my head as I shuffle. I'm picturing you because I can see your Facebook profile picture. Right. Ready? Vicky King, this one's for you. Every time I type your name, a little crown comes up on my phone. I love it. Oh, Vicky King. A bit of encouragement for you, my lovely. Bad things don't last forever. It says, feelings are like waves, they come and go. Ride the waves and be a surfer of your own destiny. So whatever feelings are coming at you from your children maybe, or with yourself, just sit with them and let them ride them. Let them come and go, literally, like waves crashing against the shore. And know that the bad ones won't hang around forever. Is that helpful? I'm hoping that's helpful, Vicky King. And all the names are going up the chat row, and I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Justina, you're next. Justina, can you blow on my cards, please? Thank you. I'm thinking of you now as I'm shuffling the cards. This is a message for Justina. Da-ga-da, da-ga-da. Oh, good, Vicky. I'm glad that makes sense to you. I'm glad that makes sense to you. Right, let's do this for Justina. And I think I've missed a few people, so I'm going to have to go back up my chat roll. Oh, Justina, was this regards to your comment that you made this morning? It's a confidence card. It says, I am brave and I face my fears. Did you know that everybody is scared of something, and that's okay? So don't make yourself wrong. If you're scared of something, don't judge it. Things often turn out better than you imagine. So whatever you're worried about, it's going to be okay. That's what this card is saying. I hope that makes sense to you, Justina. That's a good one. I've already had this one today in a session, actually, with a child. I'm just going to go see if I can go back down my chat roll. Julia Elga is next, I think. Let's do one for Julia. Are you still there, Julia Elga? Let's see if she's still there. Oh, Justina, I'm a scaredy cat too about loads of things. I'll tell you, I don't always like coming on here and doing these. Have to be in the right mood for it. But you lot have really cheered me up. I could do these all day. So much fun. Right. Julia Elgar, blow on my cards. I'm thinking of you and our little walk around Claremont Garden this week and our cream tea that we had. Right, this one's for you, my lovely friend. It's a confidence card. It says, I can do anything. Isn't that a song, I Can Do Anything, from one of these musicals? Even anything, anything. What's that from? Mary Poppins? Brain power. Your brain believes what you tell it is true. Repeat to yourself, I can do it. Yes, I can. Is that a good one for you, Julia? You can do anything. You're amazing. You're really amazing. Anyone else want a reading while I'm on? It's, oh, Oliver, yes. What's that song called? It is Oliver. What's it called? Can't remember what it's called now. You're all saying Oliver and I... Na, 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 na. It's the nice lady that sings it to Oliver, isn't it? I can't remember her name now. Went to see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at the theatre last week. Oh, that's got some good songs in it. I do anything. Yes, Vicky. Okay, I'm not going to sing, but that is the one. Nikki Trigwell, you certainly can. Nancy, yeah, Nancy sings it right. Nikki, can you blow my cards, please? Getting your magic energy on them. See, these aren't for your kids. You can use them when they've gone to bed. Oh my God, Nikki, one's fallen out. Two have fallen out. Two have fallen out, Nikki, so I'm going to read both of them to you. But the one I saw first was this one. I love to learn. And that's a confidence card. Now, when kids get this, they get really moody and go, oh, I don't like school. And you go, no, but think of all the other things that you learn. It's not just about learning at school. Think about, you know, learning to ride your bike and learning to... They're all doing this flipping thing at the moment at Guildford Sports Centre. They do all this flipping and rock climbing and stuff. Sounds a bit scary to me. So it says on the back, sorry Nikki, discover we are all good at something. Think of all the things you are that you really enjoy and do more of those. And the other one was, I have fun meeting new people. Positivity card. Belong to a club or hang out with people who share your passion. That wouldn't be Chatty Club, would it? Your passion is what makes you clap your hands with glee. Just Chatty Club make you do that? Oh, thanks, Julia. I needed to hear that. Oh, did you? That's really good. So, as you can see, they're very contagious and they're very good fun and light-hearted, but actually they can make you feel really good if you're not having a good day. So that's why I love them. And while I'm online, I shall just remind you about Black Friday. Sorry if you've heard me say it before, but Black Friday starts at midnight tonight. Although I actually think I'm going to open the cart at 11 o'clock so that I can go to bed an hour earlier and you can have an hour's more shopping. Does that sound like a deal? So you need to go to my website and it's www.smileyforlife.com/black. And there's going to be 4 offers. One of them is for the cards. I'll give that away. But the other 3 you have to wait and see what they are. But they're all really good offers and I won't be running them again this year. Yeah, the cards are a great stocking filler, Vicky said, and I could just see loads of people buying them. I think the thing is that when you get them, you just think they're a box of cards and you don't really understand. And it's probably worth going onto YouTube and looking at some of my videos. You can see me doing with the kids, and you can see me doing the readings. That I record all the readings that I do on a Saturday, and I stick them on YouTube afterwards. The ones that are on here, but they still don't really show the magic. And I hope tonight, with this lovely crew of ladies, that we've actually shown everyone that they are quite magical and quite good fun. Yeah, that was really good fun, wasn't it, Nikki? Maybe one Saturday I should come and do a live stream and get the kids to come and just do readings for all the kids for like 15 minutes. Maybe I should do that. That might work. Oh, Katie, do you want one before I go? Go on then. Katie, blow on my card. I'm going to do one for Katie and then I'm going to sign off so that you can all go and enjoy the rest of your evening. I bet you've got things to do, haven't you? Had enough of me this week being on live stream. Right, this is one for Katie. Katie, I'll make it a good one. Ah, it's an encouragement card for Katie. It says laughter is the best medicine for feeling great. Look at that lovely picture. That's the lady who took the picture's daughter. She's lovely. It says, lol, laugh out loud and deep from your belly, watch a funny movie or tell a silly joke. Ah, it's a nice one, isn't it? We all need a bit of laughter in our life, especially as the silly season approaches and we all get a bit stressed out. Oh, Katie's always laughing. That's good. She's good to hang out with. I'd want to hang out with her if she's always laughing. Got to hang out with good people. So yes, don't forget Black Friday. I'll open the shopping cart up at 11 so that I can go to bed early and you guys can get shopping. And I might jump online tomorrow and say hello. But it's Friday night. Everyone goes out on a Friday night except for me because I work. I've got kids to coach tomorrow, so I'll see. But yeah, I'll see. I don't want people to overdose on me and think, oh God, she's online again. But yeah, I might do the yeah, Justina, I'm going to leave Tesco's car park now and drive home and then buy myself some tomorrow. Brilliant. I can't believe you're in the Tesco's car park. That's hilarious. Right, ladies, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for your support. And I think we've actually shown everyone the magic tonight. Well done. Sleep tight. See you soon.